What they did not teach in med school. This is important. My name is Tom Rolley from Graduate Medicine, and I was reflecting today on an interesting dichotomy that general practice has been over the last, 20, 30, 40 years. People have been told it's free. It's free, it's free, it's free. And yet, when we look in the broader marketplace, generally brands that are associated with high quality are not free. If you go and buy a Rolls Royce, it's not free. If you go and buy a Gucci handbag, it's not free. Cartier, all of these high-end brands, they're very expensive. And yet general practice, it's free. And the crazy thing, this is what struck me. I was like, hang on. How important is health? How important is somebody's health? And if it is important, why are they choosing free or the cheapest option or bulk built? This comes down to something that was not taught in med school, at least where I went to school, which was UQ. And that is marketing, business. Now, this may sound a little bit odd. It's like, why didn't they teach us business? Surely that has nothing to do with medicine. And yet, if you go to the dental schools, if you go to the chiropractic schools, if you go to the vet schools, they are teaching business. They are teaching business. Why? Because it's important. And the concept that I want you to consider is that we are doing a horrible job in general practice of marketing what we're about. Now, this is not the easiest marketing to do. Why? Because you're not selling something. Not selling a Porsche, not selling a Lamborghini, not selling a Ferrari, not selling a Rolls Royce, not selling the handbag, not selling the thing that they want. But instead, what we are selling is what they do not want. They do not want diabetes. They do not want an amputation. They do not want to be blind in one eye. They don't want a stroke where they're dribbling and they can't use their arm. They don't want chronic pain. And yet this message has not been brought across at all. Now, if you went to the average person and said, hey, by the way, if you don't change your behavior, if you don't get a great GP, then in 5 years' time, you're going to have a stroke. And they're like, what? I don't want a stroke. I'm like, yeah, that's why you should pay for good general practitioners. So you don't have these problems that happen because life gets hard. One of the benefits of general practice is that we get to see the choices that people make through their life and where it takes them. How are the 60-year-olds who are in good health different from the 60-year-olds in poor health? How are the 70-year-olds, the 80-year-olds in good health versus in poor health? What choices did they make? You see, we have a crystal ball in general practice, but we have no marketing skills, very limited business skills. And the interesting thing is that people will move far more away from pain than they will towards pleasure. There's a classic story. It's a little religious. I'm sorry about that, but hey, it is Christmas. And the two pastors, well, one pastor said to the younger pastor, hey, go out and fill the church. So he went out and he preached about heaven. He was like, hey, come to church and you'll go to heaven. Guess what happened? No one came. No one came. He went back to the old pastor and said, hey, no one's coming. No one's listening. What do? He said, forget about heaven. Tell them if they don't come, they'll go to hell. Church got packed. Church was full. People don't want to go to hell. I don't really care about heaven. Yeah, heaven, But hell, I don't want to spend eternal damnation. Now, whether that's true or not, I don't know. But what I do know is that we in general practice are selling insurance against poor health, against difficulties, against pain, against suffering, against blindness, against amputations, against surgery. This is really the marketing message. And when you start to say, oh, wow, yeah, I don't want to have diabetes. I don't want to have a stroke. I don't want to have a heart attack. I don't want these things in my life. What have I got to do? Well, you need to get a GP that knows what they're doing. And suddenly the cheapest option doesn't make much sense anymore. Really, why would you want the cheapest medical care possible if that does not resolve the risks of these diseases. All right. Little marketing talk, little business talk, but this was not taught in med school, and it's important. And we are entering into an age of general practice where we're going to need these skill sets. Not so much because we need more medical care, but we need to let people know the true value of general practice. If this resonates with you, if this message resonates with you and you're like, you know what, I don't want to sell the cheapest healthcare, but I do want people that are invested in their healthcare, that do the things that are required to avoid these pretty terrible health outcomes, then comment that below and just say health. Comment health. Let me know that this message resonates with you. All right, that's all I got for you. I'm going to go hang out with my family. It's Christmas Eve. It's an exciting day. My kids are looking forward to a great evening, a great day tomorrow. We've got family members coming. I hope you are having a wonderful Christmas period as well. Look forward to seeing you next time as we continue on this exploration of finding out how to do something better in general practice than we've got right now. All right, see ya.